Hello, welcome back to my kitchen and vinegar. The special guest for today is white wine vinegar. Organic, thank you very much. Also extremely nice in salad dressings and all kinds of other stuff. Also, of course, welcome back to baking bread in Lyon. Once I asked Bob for his secret. Is it the yeasts? Are they what make your bread so good? Oui, he said, very, very slowly, meaning, well, no. I pondered. Is it the leavening? Bob always insisted that a slow first rise, called le pointage, was essential to good bread. Factory bread makers use high-speed mixers to whip a dough into readiness in minutes. Bob's took all night. Oui. The final resting? Bread gets its deeper flavor in its last stages, people say. Oui. But no. These are the ABCs. Mainly, they're what you do not do to make bad bread. There's a lot of bad bread in France. Good bread comes from good flour. It's the flour. The flour? Oui, he said, definitively. I thought, flour is flour is flour. The flour? Oui, the flour. Bob bought a lot of flowers, but a farm in the Auvergne provided his favorite. The Auvergne, west of Lyon, is rarely mentioned without an epithet invoking its otherness. It is sauvage, wild, with cliffs and forests and boar. Its mountains were formed by volcanoes like so many chimneys. In the boulangerie, there was a picture of a goat on a steep hill. It was kept by a farmer friend who grew the wheat that was milled locally into a flour that Bob used to make his bread. The picture was the only information that Bob's customers required. Who needs a label when you have a goat? For Bob, farms were the heart of Frenchness. His grandfather had been a farmer. Every one of the friends he would eventually introduce me to were also the grandchildren of farmers. They felt connected to the rhythm of plows and seasons, and were beneficiaries of a knowledge that had been in their families for generations. When Bob described it, he used the word transmettre, with its sense of to hand over, something passed between eras. George and Frederick, enrolled in a neighborhood school, were learning their new language, hesitantly at first, and then with sudden fluency. Jessica, with a mimic's gift for languages, spoke with authority and ease. Was my French improving? No. Did my French even exist? Meh. I had a bad episode with four, the word in French for oven, pronounced as if someone has just hit you hard on the back. It sounds the same if the ovens referred to are in the plural, four, with an S, and four were, of course, what Bob baked his bread in, the blue-lit glass door contraptions on the ground floor. One afternoon, there were two people in the back of the boulangerie, Denis, Bob's sole full-time employee, and me. Denis, 30, with cropped blonde hair and dressed in white like a proper baker, was upstairs. I was below, making dough. When I bounded up to retrieve a sack of flour, Denis asked, "The bread, was it still in the oven? Au four?" At least, I think that this is what he said. He repeated the question, and this time it was more like, "Don't tell me that the fucking bread is still in the oven." What I heard was strong emotion and four. Four, I said to myself, four. I know that word. Four, I said aloud this time, which was provoking probably because it wasn't yes or no. Au four? C'est au four? Le pain? Denis bolted down the stairs in what seemed to me like histrionic distress. I heard an oven door being slammed open and a bread tray yanked out on its rollers. Oh, putain! For me, the door was the prompt. Of course, four, it's oven. The bread was ruined. Putain means whore. Pute is also whore, but putain is what you say when you've burned a full tray of baguettes. Join me for next time.